Okay, so I'm gonna watch some Polish league today, and I finally figured out how to get like clear footage and not have a bunch of breaks in it. So stay with me this game. It's gonna be a quick one, but it's actually gonna be good quality. So I'm excited for it. But we got two teams. We got Aaron Russell on Zawiercie, and we got MKS Slepsk Malau Suwalki. Not sure exactly if I said that right. But we got Aaron Russell. Let me show you guys something real quick. Aaron Russell's a beast, and this right here is why. 12 attempts, 10 kills as an outside. Pretty crazy. You'll see why later, but overall attempts, we got some other guys that are getting a lot of play as well, a lot of action here. I'm assuming these guys are some some Polish guys. I know this setter, I think he's Argentinian. No matter what, it's gonna be a quick game. It's not a super competitive game maybe, but there's a certain clip that I wanted to make sure I saw because the libero and Aaron Russell do something that's pretty sweet here. There's a really impressive route to run here. Like look at how far off the net he is. But yeah, again, I've said this a few times, he throws it in front of the hitter. If you're gonna run your middle from off the net like this far, you really have to make sure it gets in front of this hitter. Like even right here, I'd still say it needs to be a little bit even more in front of him. But again, throws it in front of him. And like this just changes, the perfect pass is now anywhere in this bubble right here instead of, okay, this right here is the perfect pass. No. If you can get this whole bubble there, changes the whole game, changes the whole way that the other team is going to decide to block and play defense against you. It's going to change the entire game. So, yeah. Split step. Look how he hustles himself up there and gets a good press, good block there. And I don't know too much about the guys on this team here in the blue, but I mean they're playing at a professional level. They're gonna be nice. They're gonna be doing some really cool stuff here. And this is just a beautiful angle in system, taking it real sharp with a lot of power as well. Really nice float. Look at the contact here. Contact it really well. It dances a little bit on him. Aaron Russell. And I think what they're doing here is they're kind of pinching him a little bit just because he's the front row outside. So they're trying to let him focus on hitting and getting a kill instead. Again, sharp swing, very nice. And this middle here, you see how he's up there, he jumps real high, but then as this guy's swinging, he's still reaching really high, just too high. If I'm being completely honest, he's reaching a little bit too high here. And then when he presses, it's too late. Because if he pressed early, like if he was already pressed like this when this guy was hitting it, he would be getting the block. But he just didn't press early enough. So yeah, like you want to jump really high and you want to press and stuff like that. But if you can't time it, then it's better for you just to reach over and hold it instead of trying to like really get a like slap clamp, And this setter, I've seen him do some pretty cool stuff. He's super undersized, but he just runs a crazy offense. And he's just able to get solo blocks all the time. Like, look at this right here. Okay, he's running here. Let me give you a little second here. He's running here. These guys are both thinking, okay, he's going to go here. And he kind of goes down like he's just going to like make sure he's getting this guy into his window here. And then really quickly reverses it and gets a really nice reverse flow one-on-one over there for that guy on the right side. And there's another play where he does something really cool that he's actually pretty well known for in the volleyball community. I think he's the guy that started it. Oh, it's a beautiful serve. But I think I saw a clip of him doing it, and I'll show you it. But, a beautiful serve there. And then this guy, he hits that seam. When they're passing four on you, hit that seam if you can. And then I love how he chops it short right in front of that guy, too. Like, that guy's the right side. You might as well try and challenge him. If you can consistently hit that serve and you trust it, because you've been working on it in practice, do it, Try and hit that serve. Trust that you have that ability. And of course they're gonna try and attack this mismatch here. It's a mouse in the house, Mouse in the house, you already know it. Which is tough. But I mean he runs a great offense, so it happens. This is very nice though. I mean, wow. Really, really nice being able to just stand there, take a two-step approach, just jump where he is pretty much. And although this guy's small, he's still willing to go up and take a swing. I like that. Then they go out of system. Again, he's just standing there, takes a decent swing. They got to really run their offense here, though. Like, if you're getting a team to be doing this, where he's just standing there taking a swing, you really need to, you got to score off of this, if I'm being honest. Because now you have 3 options, you got to score. Because against this team, if you can't score off of those ones, then you're not gonna beat that team. Because this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna, okay, off of, like, you can't score off of our standing swing, and then if you can't score here, then they're gonna take it and then they're gonna pound it down your throat. You know, there's just there's no other way to put it, honestly. Like, if you can't beat them when they don't do their best, you're not gonna beat them when they do the best. You know, so it's pretty simple, I'd say. This is a really tough run. I mean, down here, this is a really tough angle no matter what, especially with a righty over here, because it has to get over his shoulder, and it's a really tough angle to go at. But again, like, this is a situation where this guy really should not do anything too crazy. He keeps a simple block, presses well, stays simple, and he gets the block because of it. If the other person is in a really bad situation, stay simple and just block a normal thing, because if they have to get weird to score on you, you don't want to be weird. You want to, like, minimize those chances. You know what I mean? Beautiful run. I like this right side over here. He plays over Kyle Ensing, an Olympian, I believe, and yeah, the dude's really good. It's just it stinks that he's playing over. Hey, come on, man. Come on, big guy. Hee. Get tipped on. I like this. And, like, even if you're an undersized setter, you have to be cheeky with it. You have to be cheeky if you want to score and you want to put people out of system and you want to get one-on-ones, stuff like that. And he's obviously not going to be able to help on that middle. But this is exactly why they run this combination of routes here, because this setter is not going to be able to help him. And if he cheats over to just front these 2 guys, then these guys are guaranteed a one-on-one. So it puts these guys in such a brutal spot, honestly. And I think even like that route for the middle, even if the setter is not undersized, it still puts him in a tough route, or it puts him in a tough position. Really nice triple block. Again, he keeps it simple. He presses forward, presses really high. Honestly, like, if that guy took it sharper, he probably would have scored. But it's still nice. It's a good block. And of course it works out. And, like, this is why I think it's such a good route, because even if this guy does step over, even if that middle does step over, he's still not able to take away the gap that's in between these 2 guys. It's really hard for these 2 guys to close that gap, unless it's like a really slow tempo on that middle route, but hey, stuff happens. Over the top. Bang, sharp cross. Love it. Bang. That's a beautiful swing. I mean, you gotta have range. You gotta have range, even if you're going against a small blocker, or even if there's like a small blocker or just one blocker up there, you still have to take it with range. Like, you're not just gonna be able to go OT on everybody. And if you risk it with those types of swings, even against a small blocker like this number 71 here, again, you're risking it. You're risking your chances here. And Aaron Russell, I mean, the creativity, the discipline, he stays high. He knows he's got that guy's hands there, right there. Yeah, this is a beautiful run. And he's still able to run a fast tempo from here, which is beautiful, which this guy's a little bit early. Again, I've said this before, when he's falling away, this guy still needs to wait a little bit more. But, I mean, yeah, because if he waited, he probably could have gotten his feet there and taken a better swing instead of falling away, because he's going early, you know? Oh, I'm excited for this video to come out, because it's actually got good quality finally. So I'm sorry that the other videos I've made 40 videos or something where it's just tough quality, so I'm sorry. This is really impressive by this outside to be available here. Like, he doesn't have that much of a route. He just has to take 3 steps and take a good swing. Really nice, really nice. I think that should be something that's practiced as well. Like, just off the pipe still being an option off of 2 feet, you know? even though it's not like an ideal situation. Like in an ideal situation, you're approaching from like back where these guys are standing right now, but you're not always going to be there. Like, and it just adds a lot to the offense if you're more available. And that goes for every hitter. If you're more available as a middle, then you're going to get set more. And if you're more available, then it just adds more to the offense because the blocker has to kind of be disciplined and wait on you and figure out if you're going to get set or not, Just adds a little piece. I'm excited for the day that middles, when they come in to serve, I'm excited for the day when they're hitting a back row ball in some way or another when they're serving. And I think at some point in time also liberos are going to get I don't know, abolished. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but like I think they'll kind of vaporize, Like I think middles will just get so good that they can play defense, and it'll add enough to the offense to where like the balance of like putting in a pure defensive player would not outweigh the offensive addition to the, you know what I mean? Like having 5 options, imagine having that. I mean, you can't really run too many things. I mean, that's the only problem with that is spacing. I don't know. I really don't know. I'd have to think about it. My old coach, he proposed a different system where it didn't have liberos, and it actually sounded pretty saucy. So we'll see. It's a nice run. I mean, not a good. It is a good run, but it's also a really good adjustment by Aaron Russel there. Let's see. And this is the type of patience I'm saying. Like even though he's not super far from him, this guy's waiting. He's going slow, and then he goes. Wait, then goes. That's the type of timing that you need. You can't just always go at the same time because it's not gonna, like, volleyball just doesn't work that way. The passes are at different heights. The setter is gonna be different distance from you every single time. It's going to be different plays every single time. You just have to kind of accept that and be patient on it, See a ball. Nope. That ball's gone. I forget who that right side is, but let's see. Nope, okay. Butrine. I assume he's a Polish dude. I could be wrong. Could be very wrong, but I assume he's Polish. That low into the armpit swing. Don't you hate when that happens? That's, oh my gosh, I actually genuinely do hate when that happens. It's so annoying. But it's not a very common issue, I would say. Good. And I like this setter just standing there, making sure that he's hitting the window, not trying to do too much. Like, yeah, he could probably jump here and do something, but then if he would have jumped here, it probably would have taken this middle out of being an option, So like standing setting, I feel like so many young kids think that, I always have to jump set. When I'm back row, I always have to jump set. No, bro. Like, jump set if it's tight and you have to get it, yeah. But if not, then standing set and make sure that you're hitting the window correctly. Like, there's no point in jump setting if there's no, like, genuine point to it, Like, obviously, right here, maybe, if you're running the middle, it gets yourself closer to the middle, but it's not a huge jump. It's nothing like Nikolov fakes people out when he's back row, and he, like, goes up and acts like he's going to swing. But, like, okay, this is the play that I was talking about. But you shouldn't get faked out. Those middles and those players should know. And this is the first time I've ever seen this, if I'm being honest. The libero running to the pipe. I love this though. Like, this is amazing. This is why I think it's important just to have some time after every practice just to goof around and mess around a little bit, because it just, like, I don't know, having your libero just mess around and set your other players and mess around with those routes, have the outside jump and then set the middle, just like for fun. Oh my gosh, nobody goes for this. This is how you know a team is just breaking down. Nobody goes. But yeah, like, be able to just goof around after practice and just mess with some weird stuff, and because first of all, it's touches are touches, touches are going to make you better even if they're weird ones. But also, like, if you can get to a point where that libero can set your outside on a pipe, like pretty much in system, dude, that adds so much to your offense. Like, honestly, it's gonna add a ton to your offense. Like, and you do it once, and then the middle's freaking out, waiting for you to do it the next time. It's beautiful, and it turns it from a 2-option pass to a 3-option pass, and the percentages on that they're astounding. Okay, the mathematics on that is crazy, anyways. Again, same type of thing. This guy waits. He might have still gone a little bit early, but he waits, and then he tries to go, but he's still a little bit early. Yeah, in system, running it. And I like how he just squares up to him and just sets straight, finishes his hands straight to the hitter. Beautiful, beautiful set. And he gets the kill. Aaron Russell. 10 for 12 this game, 1 error. It's insane. That's insane for an outside. He's having the craziest year, honestly. He's hitting crazy well. I mean, of course he's got this guy on him, and this guy's not making the craziest of block moves, but still, I mean, he's hitting against the right side sometimes too. It just depends. Ooh. And I would say this guy needs to, instead of leaning, he needs to stay balanced. Because as that set is getting out of his hands, he's jumping over here, and then he's not as good as he could be. Every blocker needs to be disciplined, not just the middles. The other blockers need to learn how to, like, what discipline as a blocker means as well. Because if everybody's guessing, then a lot of the time everyone's gonna be wrong. There's gonna be a ton of times when people are wrong if you're guessing on every single ball. He really dips that ball into his hands there. Really slow hands. Oh, I love that, though. Beautiful swing. I think it might have been through the hands, but hey, clean, high, deep into the court. See a ball. That one's gone. I think this is, row 3 for them? No, row 4 for them. Row 5? I don't know. Row 5. Probably row 5. What the heck, man? This is some... I love this. This is the overlapping of the routes, like, barely over top of that middle. And the outside takes it. It might have actually even been for the middle. This guy, I mean, if you're small like that, you gotta learn how to play defense too, just to keep the rallies going a little bit longer. Yes, this goes on their side of the net. Weird one. And also another point that I want to make on this one. This right here is an example of why I would never want people to go one-handed, because look at that. That's annoying. Okay. It's annoying for all of his teammates, but it's also annoying for him. Like, he's probably like, dang it, I'm stupid. Stupid me, after he does that. Yeah, bro, that was a dumb move by you. Let's be honest, okay? Oh, gosh. If he missed this, that's sad. Oh, Honorato, he's Brazilian. Honorato is Brazilian. I actually watched him a lot during, I think 2 years ago, the VNL. He's pretty good player. He's very creative as an attacker as well. Let's see if he gets set here. I hope he does. No. Oh, hello routes. But again, look at the spacing here. Bang, 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 bang. There's no like hip to hip routes, okay? Because right here, even if they're not perfect, or even if they're not completely selling out, which this guy is, but even if they're not, like, this guy's not fully selling out, but he's kind of selling out. And then look at the block move he makes. He's barely doing anything. So then you're just right in the gap. You're hitting the A gap like a running back, Oh, yeah. Love that. Slow yourself down. Run the middle. Come back there. Boom, boom. Find it. Libero with the hands. Also, as liberos, you need to be able to set pretty well, because there's going to be situations like this where it just would make way more sense if you just walk forward, set the ball straight to the hitter, instead of this setter sprinting off from here, trying to find a window from when his momentum's going down here. Like, it's just difficult. Okay, so like, there's gonna be aggressive with that too. Like, if the setter's in a terrible position and you're in a really good position, there's no point in having the setter. Like, if you are going to be able to put up a better ball than the setter, then go take that ball. Call it, yell, mine. Go take it. It's not a big deal. And if your setter's getting mad at you about that, talk to him later, explain, like, nah, dude, I'm walking straight to where I'm hitting the window, and you're sprinting 20 feet away from the net trying to set the ball. Like, it would just not make sense. So, again, stay high, swing hard, you're going to find a way. Overlapping the routes. Just like making the routes look like they're the same thing until they're not. And then, boom. Yep. Because it makes someone bite. You know, it's just a little bit. Decent pass. I would say this guy needs to keep the ball in front of him a little bit more so you can take this a little bit sharper. But he's just blasting the ball. He's in system. He's saying, screw this. I'm going to hit the ball really hard. I like this setter. Who is he? Tavares Rodriguez. I like this ball. I don't know why. I just really like this set. I think I might like it because he's rotating with the middle's movement, and I feel like that always fakes out the blocker, and then he gets a one-on-one, and it works out. I don't know. I don't know why I liked that set so much, but I did. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like he's so good at just faking people out. Some people might say that's a carry. I don't care. It's sauce. And then that dude, good by him to really make sure he's still hitting a good angle and just going far from the blocker. I remember seeing something where Miles Partain, was it Crab? I think it might have been Crab. Might have been Miles Partain. Somebody, one of the beach players, was saying how when he hits, he's like terrified of the block, so he tries to go as far away from the block as possible. That's a bomb. That's a really nice serve. It's freaking going real fast. But I like that mentality though. Like trying to get as far away from the block as possible. Don't give them any sort of chance, because if you're going super close to the block every time and then on one of the blocks they just move it like that, bang, that's a clamp instead of getting a tool, you know? So there's just, might as well go far. There's going to be situations, however, where there's a really big block and you don't have the ability to go far away from the block. So you need to learn how to hit the edges, hit the top, and hit over or around in different ways. Beautiful here. Again, same type of thing. And sometimes this right side or setter, whoever it might be, is going to bite as well, and then it's just nobody. Oh, I love that. I feel like it is pretty rare for the middle not to bite on that. I don't know. There's definitely... Hey, Aaron Russel, see a ball. Oh my gosh. Hand contact is key, everybody. But hey, even some of the best players in the world, they mess up their hand contact sometimes. But I'm pretty sure he's fairly consistent with his hand contact. So, yeah. Ooh, no, I don't think it did hit the block. I guess it did. Oh, yeah. I like this. Who is this guy? Kwolek. Must be a Polish dude. Polish dude. Kwolek. I like this. And still, again, just doing some weird stuff, still taking at angles. Angles are going to be better because base defense is over here and he's going further away from where the defense is. Okay? If you're hitting it further away from the defense, how could that be a bad thing? That's going to obviously make it harder for them to dig you. So angles are going to be good for getting around the block, but also it's going to make it harder on the defenders too. And it's not going to take any power away from you if you just learn how to do it correctly. Some kids think like, oh, if I try and hit sharp, I'm going to lose a ton of power. Okay, then you're obviously not doing it right, because all these pros can hit super sharp angles really dang hard. So it's just, you gotta learn how to hit angles early in life. I feel like partially that's why beach is important for kids. Yeah, smart swing by Aaron Russell, and of course this outside's going to cheat over there, but being able to hit this corner right here, bang, right here, very, very high percentage swing, especially if you know that guy's just an undersized setter or whoever it might be. It's the right swing. The right swing, you know? You gotta learn what the right swing is. Bang. No. Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I just want to rewatch it, sorry. That setter, man. Oh, he wants to be a hitter. He wants to be a hitter so bad. I appreciate it. I don't blame him. I don't blame him whatsoever. I would also want to be. So these guys are having this guy pass out of the middle so that this guy can be closer, so it's easier for him. But then, yeah, I don't know if I'm a real big fan of that, but I don't know. Sometimes it works for some people. For some teams, depending on their rosters, it's better. Like, who knows? Maybe certain people are really good at approaching from here and taking a swing. Other people are not. So it just depends on your roster, you know. But you got to figure those types of things out. Oh, beautiful set. Beautiful grab. Just a little. And he lets it rest in his hands a little bit here. You know, some people might try and call that a carry. I think that's just a beautiful set. And yeah, it doesn't always have to be a like really fast touch. It can be you can let it sit there a little bit. Like when I'm training like really really young kids on how to set and stuff, I sometimes I tell them literally just to catch it and then throw it high and finish like Superman. That's what I tell people a lot of the time because it's really just that, but it's sped up a ton. That's really all it is. Bang. Aaron Russell taking a swing. Of course it's a kill. It's a kill. Come on. It's Aaron Russell. It's Aaron Russell. It's going to be a kill. Too easy. Easy money. It's him. What else do you expect? That's a tough one. I can't defend him on this one. Sorry, Sanchez. Can't defend you on that puppy. Oh. Setters, be ready to do this. I think it's genius for you to be ready to just hit this free ball because obviously they're going to try and aim to take you out on a free ball. That's their best option. But if you're front row, bang that thing. And I've seen what's his face? Antoine Brizard hit one of those too, or like from the back row actually. Someone's trying to put a free ball on him when he's in the back row. He goes and smokes it. It might have been also a free ball, or not a free ball, yeah. An overpass maybe, I don't know. No matter what, be ready to jump where you are, be aggressive, because if you can catch people off guard with a swing too, come on. That's going to give you good stuff. It's going to give you a great opportunity. Triple block. Decent touch. Really closes here. They really get cozy on this one. This one's a little bit too cozy. A little bit too much. But hey, stuff happens. Oh, Aaron Russell, you dog, you. I think that's such a great finish. See, he presses decently, but then just finishes extra. Just finishes extra. Oh, beautiful block. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice block. That's textbook. Maybe not footwork wise though. Decent footwork wise. Found the ball, went straight up, pressed decently, and then finished the block. Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about. If you're not going to be super physical, like you're a little bit late too. He's a little bit late here. He presses immediately. If you're going to be early up there, then you can go up and then press extra. But if you're going to be late, you need to press immediately, okay? Every block move is not going to look the same. Not at all. Not even close. Is that a touch? No, it was not. We got 19-16 in the third. We're finishing up here pretty quick. But I'm hoping that the quality's better. And yeah, I think it's going to be. Yeah, and I've learned, sadly, that I shouldn't be reaching like this a lot of the time unless I can seal this space. Like if I can have almost zero space from my hand to the pin, I shouldn't, so let's see where he reaches here. Yeah, just too much space because then they can just hit those fingers and then it's impossible for that defender to dig it. It's sad. And like I feel like if he did this less, like if he would have been maybe the edge of his block is here, I think the setter probably could have dug it. honestly. See, he's mad at him. He wants him to just let it go. Let me play defense, fool. Let me dig that puppy. Hey, love it. And again, standing setting is underrated. Boom. Find the window. And it fakes people out too. Like if you standing set, they're not gonna be ready for the middle a lot of times. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, he's standing setting. He must be scared. He must be just trying to make sure he's hitting the outside. Nope. Boom. You know. There obviously, if it helps you hit a window, then yeah, jump set. Beautiful. Again, same thing, same press. Is this Honorato trying to do it? No. Quasi Groach getting housed here. Sorry, my guy. You got housed. Monster block. Monster block. Monster block. Yeah. And this is the thing that he's kind of famous for right here. Watch him. He goes here and leans back, jumps like this, and then a lot of the time he actually sets this guy. And you see him, he's actually biting on it because he's thinking, okay, he's going to go here because that's what he actually does a lot of the time. And he invented that, you know. I think he invented it. I don't know. He's a beast, though. It's a good side out. Late game side out, 24-19. Can they save the game? No, they cannot. Thanks for watching.